Imagine a tiny bee with a brain smaller than a sesame seed, recognizing your face just like your best friend. Sounds impossible. Well, science says it's true. Welcome back to WildWhisper, where we reveal the wildest animal facts. Today we'll uncover how bees, those tiny buzzing creatures, can actually identify humans. Fact by fact, science by science. Now, let's dive into our first mind-blowing fact about these incredible insects. A bee's brain is only the size of a sesame seed, with less than 1 million neurons. Compare that to humans with 86 billion. Yet bees pull off incredible cognitive tasks. It's like having a supercomputer packed into a space smaller than your fingernail. These tiny brains are capable of complex problem solving, navigation, and even facial recognition. Just think about that for a second. A creature with a brain so small you can barely see it can do things that some of our most advanced computers struggle with. It's nature's way of showing off, really. But how do we know bees can actually recognize human faces? Well, that brings us to our second fascinating fact. In 2005, scientists conducted an experiment that would change how we view these buzzing little geniuses. They trained bees to associate human faces with sugar water. Now you might think, sure, bees like sweet stuff, but recognizing faces, come on. But here's the kicker. These bees didn't just learn to associate faces with food. They actually learned to recognize and remember specific faces, even days later. It's like they have their own little bee yearbook in their tiny heads. You're probably wondering, how on earth do bees see faces? Well, our third fact explains just that. Bees don't see faces the way we do. They're not looking at your beautiful eyes or your winning smile. Instead, they detect patterns like eyes, nose, and mouth and build a template in their tiny brains. It's like they're putting together a puzzle, but instead of a landscape or a cute kitten picture, it's your face. They're basically nature's own facial recognition software, buzzing around and scanning faces like little flying detectives. Now, here's where it gets really wild. Our fourth fact reveals that the way bees process faces is surprisingly similar to how humans do. We piece together features into one whole image, and so do they. It's like we're long-lost cousins in a face recognition family. Who would have thought we'd have so much in common with a creature that has 6 legs and wings? It's a small world after all, quite literally for the bees. But why would bees even need to recognize faces? That's where our fifth fact comes in. Scientists believe bees evolved this skill to recognize flowers. Faces are just another pattern to them, but this adaptation helps them survive in complex environments. Think about it. In a field full of different flowers, being able to remember which ones have the best nectar is a superpower. It's like having a mental map of all the best restaurants in town, but for bees. This ability to recognize and remember patterns is crucial for their survival, and by extension, for our entire ecosystem. Speaking of ecosystems, did you know that bees have emotions too? That's right, our sixth fact is all about bee feelings. Not only do bees recognize faces, but studies suggest they experience emotions, stress, optimism, and even pessimism. Imagine a bee having a bad day at work, coming home to its hive all grumpy. Or a bee waking up on the right side of the honeycomb feeling optimistic about all the flowers it's going to visit. It's almost too cute to handle. Now, let's talk about why all of this matters to us humans. Our seventh fact is all about the importance of understanding bee intelligence. It changes how we view insects, not as mindless bugs, but as creatures with surprising smarts, crucial for our ecosystem. Bees are responsible for pollinating a huge portion of our food crops. Without them, our supermarkets would look pretty empty. By understanding how intelligent and complex these little creatures are, we can better protect them and in turn protect our own food security. It's like they're tiny fuzzy superheroes saving the world one flower at a time. But wait, there's more. Here's a bonus fact that'll blow your mind even further. Bees can also count up to 4. For such tiny brains, that's like being a math genius. Imagine a bee doing its taxes or balancing its honey budget. Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but still counting to 4 when your brain is the size of a seed. That's impressive stuff. So the next time you see a bee buzzing around, remember, it might just recognize you. These tiny creatures with brains smaller than a sesame seed are capable of incredible feats of cognition. They can recognize faces, count to 4, and even experience emotions. They're not just important for our ecosystem. They're fascinating creatures that challenge our understanding of intelligence in the animal kingdom. Which fact surprised you the most? Was it the facial recognition, the emotions, or maybe the fact that they can count? Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the WildWhisper family for more wild animal facts. We're always buzzing with excitement to share more incredible information about the amazing creatures we share this planet with. Remember, every time you learn something new about the natural world, you're helping to create a better understanding and appreciation for the incredible diversity of life on Earth. So keep watching, keep learning, and keep spreading the word about how amazing animals like bees really are. Until next time, this is WildWhisper signing off and reminding you that the world is full of wonders, sometimes in the tiniest of packages.